How you doing? Welcome to Daily Steve. I am your friend and favorite realtor, Steve Shane. How are you? I'm here to give you the unedited, uncut truth on how to grow your real estate business to be bigger, faster, and stronger. Everything I'm going to tell you is not theory. I'm actually using it in my own business as I grow a team and then some. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So today we're going to go a little bit off topic and we're going to talk about what's going to happen to real estate in 2022 and the process of being a real estate agent in 2022 and for the future. But we're going to jump like way ahead of time into the future, and here's why. Every decision you're making should be based upon your exit when you have a business or what you expect to do when you amass your capital in your business. Everybody I know who grows large businesses, their purpose of it is to exit and make money. But the challenge is with real estate, running it as a team or as an individual agent, there's nothing to sell at the end, right? So your exit is really based on how much capital can you amass right now so you can put it into something else. What I personally believe is that we have a very short window. We have about a 5-year window, in my opinion, on what is happening with real estate agents. And let me tell you why. Blackstone, or BlackRock that is, which is the biggest, investment capital business in the entire world, they are buying up as many rental properties as possible. They're buying single family homes from groups that are amassing thousands of single family homes. They're buying apartment complexes by the dozen in the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're doing this very rapidly right now at the beginning of 2022. So when we really think about that, why are the smartest people in the room with the biggest money spending all their money on rentals? Well, there's two reasons for that. One, they have shareholders and they have to tell their shareholders how profitable they are. And guess what? There's a reason real estate is profitable, especially rental real estate, is because they're getting a check back every month from you, the tenant, paying their bills, all their expenses. And that is the purpose of that investment vehicle. And also, as we see, again, we're in 2022, we're seeing inflation coming up, we're seeing wage growth continue to be stagnant. The reality is, as home prices escalate as fast as they're going, and once interest rates start to kind of catch up with the reality of our economic situation, there is going to be a large portion of the United States who's just never going to be able to buy a house again. That's just the truth. Your first-time home buyer is not going to be buying a $175,000 house anymore because there just won't be as many. It's going to be a challenge to get into a home in the very near future. And that's really tough to hear, but also majority of American real estate agents sell their homes to first-time home buyers because the millennials are the largest group of people since the baby boomers, and the millennials are still buying, and Gen Z is right behind them starting to buy. So what does that mean to you? Well, that means a big portion of your buying base is going to go away because they don't have the accessibility. So now that you know what's possible in the future, granted, I'm not a soothsayer, I don't know when or if this is going to happen, but if you read the tea leaves, wage growth isn't going to go up because we are still an economy based on shares, and shares have to be profitable. And if the shares are profitable, then the shareholders are happy. But the only way to keep a company profitable is to keep wages low, because that's the biggest cost for your business. So wages are going to probably continue to be low. Sorry, guys. So what you need to do is, how do you start framing your business for the near future and long future? Let's talk about that right now. So 2022, let's jump right into it. What do you need to be doing right now? Right now in 2022, it's all about getting market share. If you are not focused on being the largest individual agent or largest team in your market with market share, you're missing out. And here's why. As real estate gets hard, people bounce. Like agents leave. So if agents are leaving, that opens up more market share for somebody to fill in that gap. There's a vacuum. Somebody's going to fill it up. That's my dog shaking his head right there. Again, this is unedited, uncut. His name's Bo. He's adorable. I'll show you a picture later. So when you have market share being available, someone's going to fill in that gap. And the person who's going to fill in that gap is the person who has the most efficient systems, the most efficient processes, and the greatest capacity to access people. So this is your goal right now. So let's talk about if you are an individual agent. Fame, I've been told by one of my mentors, is the most efficient way to grow any business. Fame is the most efficient way to grow any business. And in this world where I can get in front of you and talk to you about what's going on in the real estate business, and in a world where I can post a blog, who does blogs anymore? That's the point. We're talking about Instagram, TikTok. I can get in front of you very easily with good hashtags and great content. So the more people who know me are going to use me. And you can be a massive local celebrity by partnering with your local business owners, your churches, your teachers, your principals, people in your community. Become the video expert for your community. Put it up on YouTube, put it on Instagram, and let everybody know what's going on. That's one of the challenges about being a solo agent is you have to go take that money that you're making now and reinvest it. You can't take all of that and live on it and go on vacations because, again, market share is going to go away for a lot of agents. And for the agents who are not creating a social platform, for the individual agents who are not doing that, you're going to miss out because at the end of the day, Zillow, Google, Amazon, Realtor.com, they're spending billions of dollars cumulatively to get the attention of your sphere, your community, the friends from church. Because when they start to look for a home, they're not looking to you in the pew next to them. They're pulling out their phone in the middle of the church and be like, oh, I like this one, honey. This is a good one. And the access to the information isn't the goal anymore. So that's part one, if you are an individual agent. Part two is you have to be so efficient with your contract. You have to understand that contract inside and out and know how to use it to get in and out of contracts. Because your skill isn't opening doors anymore. Anybody can open doors. There's an app right now that you can request somebody to do a showing for you. A licensed agent to do a showing for you. So that's not the skill anymore. We've reduced that down to an app where I can pay $25 a door, right? Your skill is using that contract to get in and out of contracts for your client. So if you're not constantly leveling up your skills and knowledge in your business, once again, you are going to get moved out. Now, if you're a team, here is your massive, massive flex. This is what you must be focused on in 2022. You have to get as many agents as possible. That's it. Get as many agents as possible. And here's why. Because there are so many weak agents out there that just need some love and support. They could be phenomenal under your leadership. They could be exceptional under your leadership, but they're stuck at a broker. They're stuck at a big box, and they think that they're getting what they want, but what they really want is money. And you have access to the money because you have access to the leads. That's why you have a team. If you are building a team and you do not have a serious lead source, whether it's referral based like an Opcity or a massive lender or any of these referral based lead sources, you're behind the eight ball. If you're spending tens of thousands of dollars on Zillow, you're getting access to those leads and they're high quality leads, but that's an expensive lead. So are the referrals, but they're expensive up front. So if you don't have a lot of leads, you should probably scooch back and move into a single agent role with a good admin team. I would recommend that. But if you're looking to, again, grow a big team and you have massive lead flow, agents is where it's at. Because once you grow those agents and support them and give them an opportunity to grow underneath your umbrella, they're going to make a lot more money with you and you're going to make a lot more money. So you should be looking at agent growth and agent development and agent attraction. Another thing that you need to be focusing on as a team is now your profitability. And which is challenging if I'm talking about a referral lead source. If you're not a profitable team, it's really hard to create an environment where you're teaching people how to grow wealth if you are not doing it yourself. Because you are the model for them to grow. So make sure that you're working your P&L. Make sure that you are leveling up and being in community with the top agents across the country because it's never been easier to be in a mastermind right now. It's never been easier to get information on how to grow your business. My mom was a real estate agent 20 some years ago. She was writing contracts on the hood of her car in paper. She had a crate in her trunk full of contracts that she had printed out. Like when she wanted to deliver a contract, she had to go to the office and fax it. She understood that hot sheets meant that they were hot because they just came off the fax, not because that's what the icon said on your MLS. Do you understand? This pace of real estate is moving so quickly because of our collaboration ability. If you're not in a mastermind Whether you're an individual agent or a team agent, if you're not in a mastermind, you are behind the eight ball. Get in community with the top agents in the country. This is a really exciting time in real estate because over the next 5 years, there's huge opportunity for you to make a lot of money and help a lot of people do what they want to do and buy and invest and grow. But if you don't have systems and processes right now really dialed in to do that, you're behind the eight ball because there are mega teams that are going to crush you. There are minor teams that are going to crush you because they've got systems and processes that is going to make it easier for the consumer to transact. And when the consumer is so used to an Amazon lifestyle where I click a button and it's done and it's easy, if you make it hard, you will be pushed out of the market. So how do you make this transaction easy for the clients? Guys, I'm your friend and favorite real estate agent, Steve Shane, with the uncut, unedited truth on how to build your business bigger and faster. So excited to grow with you. Click the subscribe button, click that like button. Let's stay in touch and let's keep growing and building together.